Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the T-Spark crossover, Basara Prime. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. This is a crossover from Transformers, and I believe it was, Macross, which is, I believe, the show the original Jetfire toy came from. So, interesting little crossover there. We will start with a quick look at the box. So here we have Basara in his jet mode and in his robot mode. This is based off of Optimus, but I am going to get into how I think he was originally probably going to be Hot Rod to start with, but we'll get into that later. We do have some background art here, and we do have this nice foil lettering here. On this side we got some images of the figure. On this side we got some info on the different brands that this is involved with: T-Spark, Synergenics, Macross, and Transformers. It's all in Japanese, so can't read it, but then we just have this image here on the top. We got our Japanese legal jargon on the bottom, and on the back we have our product shots. So quite a bit going on with this. But that's about it for the box. And we do get our lovely instruction booklet. And it's actually quite an expensive one. But there is that. And now we will start with taking a quick look at the figure itself. So here we have the main figure in its jet mode. Do have a various amount of red here. Do got some nice metallic turquoise and a little lightning bolt there on the sides of the nose cone. Do got some nice yellow here in the back. So there's that. And yeah, there's just a bunch of robot underneath. That's pretty straightforward for a lot of jet Transformers, though I do believe this is somewhat accurate to this jet, because the Macross figures, I'm pretty sure a lot of them transform too. And we do actually have a molded-in matrix here in the cockpit. The cockpit does not open. It kind of looks like it does because there's lines going all the way around, and then there's this hinge here. This hinge is actually for the transformation, not for the cockpit. So don't try and force it open; you'll break it. But yeah, we do get a little landing gear piece here. I don't think there are any in the back though, but pretty sure it reaches as it is. So that, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this trailer off to the side. We'll get to that later. You do get not really any movement in the wings in this particular mode, since they're kind of tabbed in. These little fins here are just on pegs, so you can wiggle them around a little bit or remove them if for some reason you don't like them. These are on a hinge, and I guess you can like open the feet up if you want, and I suppose I think you could put some blast effects in that. Yes, you could theoretically attach some blast effects. They'd be a little low compared to where the engine should be, but it is a thing you can do. Anyway, we should do a couple quick comparisons here. So, first of all, here we have him next to generic Earthrise Seeker, and you can see he's around a Voyager scale figure on his own. So, not counting the trailer, he's a decent size. He's definitely got some more heft to him than this guy does, so there's that. I don't know if there's any die cast. I don't think there is. but I can't say for sure. There might be some internal die cast, but I don't know of any for sure. But it's all pretty. He's also pretty dense. He's pretty much filled to the brim. There's not really a lot of hollowness on this guy. Probably the most hollowness is literally this gap right here. So, and just to do a Carbot comparison, here we have him next to Devastation Wheeljack for a deluxe comparison. So there's that. And yeah, I think that's about it for the primary jet mode. It is a cool looking plane, and again, I think this is based off the stuff from Macross. I don't think there's a real plane that looks like this. I'm not an expert, so, but still a very neat alt mode. But we can go ahead and start our transformation now. So first things first, you can pop this off, or rather you have to pop this off, and this is basically one of those, hey, it's a shield now kind of things. I kind of wish it had a different like purpose other than just basically being a cover and then a shield, quote unquote. But just put that off to the side, and then we're going to come here and just pull these wings down, and they're going to untab from this little tab here, and just bring those down. Then we are going to come and just sort of pull the legs apart, just sort of wiggle them apart here. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to lift these little, like, I guess they're like engine sections almost, sort of like the top of it, but yeah, we'll pull those up. And then, there we go. Yeah, these will come up. And we just kind of want to bring these panels up to the side, and then we can get these out of the way, and that will let us bring these down around the side, and we can pretty much just pull this whole assembly down. Oh right, we want to pull that landing gear back up. And now we're going to take this panel and you're going to bring it down. It's on two different joints. Going to wrap around, and there are two tabs and two slots, and that'll just come together like so. And that's basically going to be his crotch plate. We're going to bring the legs back down again now, and we are going to do his lower half first. Just going to fold these two little panels here flat against his legs. Then we're going to come back here and we're going to open up this panel, and then we're going to bring his legs out. Now there is, you can sort of see it, there's a little notch right here that is supposed to clip into his like knee joint, and it's kind of awkward to get it in there. It's a little tight, but the best way I've found to do it is to take his knee, and might be better if I show it like this. So you want to make sure that the two joints of his knee are lined up, and that will let you sort of push that into place. See, even now it's not completely agreeing. Come on. Not cooperating. This is like literally the only hard part of this entire figure, is pretty much getting this knee in there. There we go. Not sure if you heard it click, but it did. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. Again, just kind of use that knee as like a leverage point. Yep, see, probably heard that click. And now we can close these panels and open up his feet. Be aware that he does have like the main toe, the front foot toe section is attached to a hinge, and then the heel is on a different hinge that's like on an arm. as you can sort of see here. So just be aware of that. It's not like at risk of breaking or anything, it's just sort of weird as how it unfolds. But we're going to open those, and then we do want to bend these leg pieces here at this section. And then we want to separate the arms and sort of bring them out to the sides about that much. And then you're going to bring his chest down, and there is a tab right here. I'll go into this slot here. You're just going to sort of pull that up on double hinges and get that plugged in. And then you want to push these arms up, and you'll feel them tab into place. Then, so bring this forward, and then bring his arms around. You're going to open up this little section and fold out his hand, and do the same for the other side. Come on, there we go. And I do believe that that is our Gerwalk mode. Essentially like that. Let me double check though, actually. This is definitely one of those modes that I don't really use. I literally forgot about it until I did my follow-up or refresher transformation earlier today. Because, yeah, I literally never use this. Yep, that's literally it. So, and bring the trailer in here. He does have a gun right here, and it does just plug in on the bottom of the trailer. And you can just open up this hand here. You can see it does have this sort of roundish shape to it, so when you open the fingers it'll plug in. And there, now he has a weapon. So there's your Gerwalk mode. Oh, and if you want, you can do the same and the other side and give him a shield. And this is one of the reasons I don't like the shield thing, is because it doesn't sit forward. It sits flat on his arm instead of like this. So I think it's really weird. Could have maybe put an angled post on it. There is a port on his arm here, but like it's so far back and on the underside of his arm, it's kind of weird. It's better, but it's still not great. So yeah. But there's your fully armed Gerwalk mode. But anyway, now that that's all said and done, I'm just gonna take this off, and we're gonna continue on to the full robot mode, which is not too far off. So for the full robot mode, first we are going to straighten out this section in his leg and just bring that down, straighten that out, bring it down. Then we want to come here to these knee pads. You're going to lift them up and then rotate them around like so, and then close them back up. And it's important to pay attention to this part. It's not really a big deal on this specific configuration, because this one you just kind of set it up like that. But in these other modes, including the jet mode, you can see there's a little tab right here. See if I can get some more light on it. Right there. And you can see there's actually a groove here. So sometimes it does need to sit over that groove. But for this, we just swing it around. And actually, I forgot, there's a tab section here. You can see that molded tab does slot into this other groove on the top side to lock it into place. And sometimes it likes to catch on that little piece right there. But there, now it's nice and snug. And for the wings, we are going to rotate them around and bring them back across the back of his leg, and then we are going to fold the wingtip down, and you can see there is a little slot and a little tab right here. I feel like the light is not hitting the same. Let me try and adjust this a little bit. See if that's better. But yeah, you're just going to swing that around and tab that in. Same for the other side. Just wrap it around, fold it around the back, and bring it over and tab it in. And there we have his legs all done. And then as far as the top of the body, the arms pretty much stay the same. And all you're going to be doing for the head is you are going to open up this panel here, like so, and fold this whole cockpit section down and back, and close that up. And now you can see he has his head here. You're going to rotate that 180. You're going to fold it down and around and bring his head together. And then you're going to flip out this extra little like mohawk fin on the back of his head. And there we have him in his robot mode. And that's why he's not standing straight. I need to... Oh, and it just came unplugged. There. That's why I wasn't getting that in as easily. I had the knee arranged in the wrong order. Anyway, there he is in his robot mode. And you can put these like out to the side if you want, or fold them around. They actually have quite a bit of range of motion here, so you can pose those how you want. And if you want these a little more to the back, you can fold them back around. It doesn't hinder the articulation too much. Just be aware that it will, there is some collision if you want to like turn his legs that, inward. So that is also up to your discretion. But yeah, since we're already here, we'll go over the overall articulation. So the head is actually on a bit of a ball joint, so you do get some nice wiggle waggle there. We do get a full 360 at the shoulders. We do get that far up. You can actually get very far up if you move these shoulder pad pieces out. And these are also on a rotation and a hinge. You do get a elbow swivel and over 90 degrees at the elbow. The hands are on a ball joint, and it actually does wiggle around a little bit this time. They're not completely locked into place. And you do get some finger articulation. They're all molded together. Oh wait, no, actually. Hold on. Oh yeah, the index finger is separate. I thought they were all one piece. So yeah, you do get a index three finger split with a hinge at the base and a hinge at the middle joint. So you do get that. And as far as the waist, we do get a full 360. Just watch out for the collision on that nose cone there. We do get a very significant kick up. We do get a very deep knee bend. In fact, if you move these wing pieces out of the way, you can get even deeper on the knee. So there is that. Get that plugged back on. We do get a thigh swivel. Again, if you want to, you can use that Gerwalk joint in the middle of his thigh. We do get up and down at the heel and the toe, partially for transformation, but it is something you can do if you want. I accidentally popped his knee pad off. And we do also get a nice amount of ankle tilt, and I accidentally popped the wing off, pushing it too far, but I mean, it's not too big of a deal. So there's that as far as the articulation goes. And there's a couple other things we need to talk about now, and we're going to bring the trailer in again. So first of all, there is this little hatch here, and if you pull it down, he has storage for his alternate faces in the trailer, which I really appreciate. I love it when they put, storage for all of the accessories. So, and we'll pull these off right here, so we can take a closer look at them. Come on, let go. Let go. Jeez. So we got a sort of serious face here. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Come on. Come on. Focus for me. I don't know why it won't just focus. Oh well. Well, we have a bit of a serious face here. Maybe if I bring the actual figure closer, that'll do it. Well, we got a serious face here, and then we got his like yelling rock out band face, which we're gonna get to in a second here. Personally, I prefer the Optimus styled faceplate. I will always choose faceplate. But yeah, I think it's really cool that they included these, and they just clip in right here. You can see there's like a little T post on the top that just hooks in up here, like so. So you have storage for your faces. And to switch them off, it's literally just a matter of pulling it off of this post right here. So yeah, it just slides right out. Nice and easy. But that is not the only thing here. We can open up the trailer here. Oh, that's why it's... First we got to pull these panels out to the side, and then we can open it all up. You can see he's got a little stage here. And he also has one additional accessory. He has this neat little guitar. Oh, and if you want to, you can store this shield piece here in the trailer as well, if you want to keep it there. Again, it does make the jet look a little bit better, but in all the other modes, I just keep it in here. And again, you can store the gun. It just, the handle plugs into this post hole down here on the bottom. So we're going to stick that back under there. But yeah, for this, what we do is we just want to open up this little accessory, and we can wrap this around his body. And then it'll come around, and you can see there's just a post on the end, and it will plug specifically into this hole, like so. And now he has a guitar. And yeah, he's flexible enough that you can pretty much pose him playing it. So we'll do a little bit of that. Just straighten out those fingers a little bit so they can go around the strings. So there's that, and that's why he comes with that yelling face. And if we come back here to the trailer, this whole assembly will come up, will unclip and then come up, and this is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to sit like this. It's supposed to be a microphone, and then you can just kind of stand him up here, and he can play some music. So I think that's a pretty neat little extra thing. And he does actually have one other thing related to this. You can open up his chest windows, and he has some speakers inside rather than a removable matrix. And I think that works for this particular figure. Besides, they got the matrix in the cockpit, so you know it's not like they left it out or anything. But I think that's a pretty cool little setup you can do here with this whole thing. And yeah, pretty neato. Anyway, let's do a quick comparison here. Here he is next to, I'll take him off the stage, but here he is next to Studio Series Optimus Prime. So in robot mode, he sits pretty well height-wise. He's like a smidge taller at the horns than the Studio Series version. Yeah, like he's just a tiny smidge taller with the horns. So there's that. And let's see. Where did I put him? Hold on. Ah, there he is. Wanted to bring Soundwave in just for another sound-based character comparison. So there's our 86 Soundwave. You can see he's a bit taller than Soundwave. But yeah, pretty cool little thing you can do there. But we are actually not done yet, because as I'm sure you would have guessed, he does hook up to his trailer. But to do that, we are going to have to transform him again. And ironically, it's best to do it from this mode because he's basically folding up in a completely different configuration than the other modes. So just to store this, we're just going to bring this trailer over. We're going to go ahead and fold this up again. And this does clip in. This little post will go into this little hole right up here. And then this middle circle right here will go over this post. So you just kind of want to put it like it on there, and then just have this as far to the side as you can, and then you can just close these up again, and then close those side panels. And so now we're going to work on transforming him into his trailer mode. So we're first going to ball up his fists, and we are going to fold his hands away. There we go. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, these smokestack pieces are just on a post. They don't really do anything else. They're specifically designed to sit on his arms, but they are removable if for some reason you don't want them there. Anyway, just fold these in. And now, just going to bring his arms up. And so, right, we should probably do his head next. We're going to fold down that horn, and then unfold his head, and then rotate it back around. Open this up, and we just slot this around his head, and close that back up. And we do want to untab these arms a little bit, just so we can bring them. Actually, no, I think we want to leave them like that. We're going to work on the legs next. For this, I do believe it. No, actually, I don't think we untab that. I'm starting to misremember things. I do know we want to unfold these wings and bring them around. Bring them around. And we are going to want to fold these little tab sections in between his legs over, and just broke my nail. And we're not going to tab those together quite yet, but we are going to fold his feet back together like so, and just stick those in here. And we do want to bring these wing pieces up like so, and bring the angle tilt all the way down, and then open up this panel here and fold out these. Then we want to move the wing again, fold them around, and then rotate this so that we have the clearance to close this again. And we're going to rotate this all the way so it's facing down. And this hinge is actually a double hinge, and you just want to push it down so that you can tab it in right here, like so. Then you're going to unfold the wheel. You can see there's a little tab right there, and a little slot right there, and we're just going to fold this over and tab that in. And now we want to do the same on the other side, so we're going to fold up the feet, bring that down, open this up, bring this out, move the wing again, rotate this so we have the clearance, close that up, adjust the double hinge and tab that in, unfold the wheel all the way around, and make sure that it tabs in there, close that back up, close that back up. And now, right, that's what we want to do with the waist. We rotate it all the way around 180, and then we are going to fold his legs around like so. Just leave him like this for now, because we do need to move his arms a little bit. We want to bring his arms basically right up to his side, towards his back like this. And we do want to have the smokestacks facing up, and you can, if you want, I believe you want to sort of fold these down and have them around the front like this. No, actually no, we want these all the way up, because then we're going to bring this whole assembly around, and now we can tab these two bits together down the middle here. Going to bring this around, and the way that these hook up with the upper body, and we want to get these wings in between the arm and the shoulder pad piece, so we just get that around. And now you can see there's the little tab on the arm right here, and that's actually going to, oh wait, no, I got this backwards. We want the smokestacks facing down, because the tab is on the wing. It's actually basically looks the same. It's this one right here, and that's going to go into this circle port. And right, I'm supposed to fold these panels in. I'm forgetting all sorts of stuff. This is like technically his fourth mode, so guess I used up all my brain remembering the Gerwalk mode, but I need to move this, adjust this back a little bit. And then, yeah, should just slot in. Oh, I had it and then I accidentally bumped it out. There we go, like so. Again, we just want to line up that little tab with his arm port. Just squeeze that in. Now, wait, and it just completely comes unattached. It's weird because, like, as it's like this, it's not like the most stable, but once it's like actually in the trailer, it's pretty solid. Yeah, come on. Make sure that we get all that in there. Then yeah, we just sort of fold these down, and now it's popping out again. Gosh dang it. You quit popping out. Anyway, then we do want to make sure that these little fins are folded down, and again, it just keeps popping out. Did not have this much trouble with it earlier. It's because the camera's on. Get this out of the way so I can see it a little better. I think I don't have that. Getting these legs angled just right is also a bit of a trial and error process. Yeah, you want everything to sit a certain way. And they're just not cooperating, geez. Oh, that's why. It's because they're not sitting level in the middle either. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, and we do need to flip these knee pads around as well. So we do want to fold them down. Again, rotate them around. And again, there is that little tab right there that is going to slot into this middle groove. So you just be aware of that as you bring it up. Yep, it's actually on there. And this one, there we go. Do the same here, just flip around, make sure it's on that groove. And fold that down. Now we put these back like this. And there is essentially our um, truck cab, as it were. And so we're going to bring this whole assembly over, and there are a few connection points, I believe. So yeah, those tabs on the arms that I was talking about earlier, or this one here, and then I think it's a port on this side. So we got our slot, and we got our tab, and then the where is it exactly? I believe it's these sections of the knee pads are going to slot into these little grooves here, but we're going to start up here. Actually, no, let's start down here at the bottom. Oh, that's what it is. The tab that slots in is that little gray tab right there. So that's going to go into this little groove right here. Okay, so now we just kind of want to slide that in. This is okay. I need to double check because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to move that crotch piece, but I could be wrong. At this point, my brain's not cooperating anymore. Yeah, no, that's supposed to stay. Okay. Now I'm just second guessing myself, I suppose. But yeah, just get these in there and squeeze this all in. And we just want to make sure that we're bringing these arms all the way back. Yeah, probably got this whole thing misaligned at this point. And we want to make sure that the arms do actually tab into the sides. There we go. Make sure that it tabs in. Then we can re-secure the wings. So. This is pretty much going to force it into the position it needs to be in, so maybe I shouldn't have bothered fiddling with it quite as much earlier. But yeah, then we just make sure that those gray tabs are actually secure in there. And yeah, just fold this down. And yeah, there we have our cabin trailer, as it were. It's definitely a weird thing, but it is a thing. And so I did mention that he does feel kind of hot rodish in this regard. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Kingdom Rodimus for our comparison. And you can sort of see, get this far back, and the trailers do kind of have a similar overall shape. At least because they're sort of angled around the back, and they do have the sort of over swoop, whatever you would call it, for the front. So, and it's even got the exhaust pipes up here. So I feel like this may have originally been planned to be hot rod, and they just switched it around to Optimus. Or, you know, maybe they just decided to take inspiration for the trailer. I don't know for sure. At the end of the day, it is what it is now. So, and obviously I didn't design it. I can't say for sure. But I think it's an interesting mode. Not 100% sure how much I would actually end up using this mode. It's definitely great if you want to store him with his trailer stage, as it were. And I'm pretty sure it would still open just fine. As far as, you know, the stage area. So you don't have to worry about that, like, getting locked away or anything. But yeah, it's definitely one of those modes where it's like, okay, that's a thing. But it is definitely a little weird. But yeah, overall, I do like this figure. We can get you out of here. As far as overall recommendation, uh, pretty much the real reason I bought this was because it was like a Prime based character, and even then, it very barely kind of fills that requirement. So I do not regret buying it, but I don't feel like super attached to it or anything either. It's definitely a cool crossover piece, but it is a Takara import and does come with a premium price tag. Well, I totally forgot. I was gonna compare him with the other T-Spark crossover. Well, they're not in robot mode anymore, but there he is next to the Shield D Prime. Um, but yeah, anyway, just go ahead and get him out of here. I completely slipped my mind. Um, I do think it's a good figure, and again, uh, just the plane and the robot with the music stage. I think those two alone really are worth it in my book. The Gerwalk mode, I don't care about. I will probably never use it. This weird trailer mode is great for storage. It's definitely a wacky thing that got thrown in there. Um, but I don't hate it. It's just very odd. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, I would recommend this figure. I can't say that like it's a must-have or anything, but if you think it's interesting and want to pick it up, I don't think you'll regret it. It's definitely a fun piece. So that's my personal thoughts on this figure overall. But yeah, I think that's about it for this review. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. And this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.